Hello everyone, Tommy Marquez here inside the Update Studio, and if there's one safe bet in CrossFit, it's that Scott Panchik will finish inside the top 10 at the Games. He finished 6th this year and was selected for his very first Invitational team representing the U.S., and he joins me now via Skype. Scott, thanks so much for chatting with me today.
Happy to be here.
And so I just mentioned for the 6th consecutive year in a row, you finished 6th or better at the Games. Amazing stat. But looking back at this year's Games in Madison, how would you personally rate your performance?
This was definitely one of my best performances so far at the CrossFit Games. I felt really good about each event. I made some improvement in some areas, and I was excited. It was the closest to the podium I've ever been, and it shows that my training's working.
And so you mentioned some improvements just now. I mean, you've been at the top of the men's division for so long now. How are you still growing as an athlete from year to year?
Really, it just comes down to training smarter. I used to go into the gym and really beat the heck out of myself, and over the years, I've through making mistakes and experiencing different injuries, I've learned how to get the most out of my training throughout each session, and I really think that that's led me to a healthy year. And there were a few years I came into the Games beat up, and just coming in healthy is a breath of fresh air. And when you're not focusing on an injury during the Games, it's huge. And I was just blessed to be there and be healthy.
Right on, health and fitness. And so you mentioned that you thought this was one of your best performances yet. When you think back to the Games this year, new city, new venue in Madison, what stands out to you as one particular memory that you look back fondly with?
The night events inside were really special. The atmosphere was just electric. It was a little different not being outside and being inside, but the fans just made it an incredible experience.
Right on. And so you finished 6th, and you got selected to your first invitational team for the U.S. What does it mean to you, being such a veteran of the sport, to finally get to represent the USA at the Invitational?
So this has been a goal of mine since 2012, and it's something that I pursue every year, to be one of the top Americans and have the opportunity to go out and represent Team USA. That's awesome. It's something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And I'm excited. We got a great team, and we're going to bring it down in Australia.
I have no doubt. And you've been successful on a team. You've actually won the team series twice when it was the 4-person format. So thinking about this particular competition, what is it do you bring to the table as an athlete to the team that you think can make them successful?
I think just composure. I've always been an athlete that is very relaxed. I come into each workout with a game plan, and I think that communication and that composure can really help benefit the team. And I'm excited to bring that.
And so you mentioned the Invitational has been a goal of yours for a while. What are you most looking forward to in terms of whether it's competition or atmosphere, or just being out there?
I'm excited to go to Australia. That's been on my bucket list. So when I heard it was in Australia, I'm like, yes, Team USA is awesome, and it being in Australia is even better. So my wife and I are pumped to get down there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, you get a little competition and some vacation in on it too as well down under. So now looking at the team as a whole, you got Noah Olson, Carrie Pearson, Tennille Reed, Berline. What do you think is Team USA's advantage over the other teams competitively?
So I looked at our team and I looked at our results from the Games, and I was curious just to see how everyone stacked up in specific events. And it was really interesting. We're a very dynamic team in a sense that I think we all bring something a little different to the table. And I think that's really important. Noah's phenomenal at gymnastics and's got a great engine. And I feel my strength is on the barbell, and I think right there you can see that those two together could be a force to be reckoned with. So with the girls, it was the same thing. It was they were very similar to Noah and I in a sense that one would maybe a little stronger and the other one has a little more gymnastics and endurance. So it'll be exciting to see us four come together and work towards a common goal and hopefully come out on top.
Yeah, got to get the championship back for Team USA. But once
right.
again, Scott, thanks so much for joining me, and safe travels down to Australia, and we'll wish you the best of luck in the competition.
All right, thanks.
Scott Panchik, one of the best to ever do it, and gets to make his invitational debut representing Team USA. Action starts on November 5th at the Margaret Court Arena in Melbourne, Australia. Everything kicks off at 4 p.m. That is local time to Australia. If you want to see it live, tickets are available now. And for all information about the Invitational, head on over to games.crossfit.com.